She's had a career far different to most athletes. Besides the usual highs of medals, there has been those lows of disappointing times and the niggling injury that just won't go away. Caster Semenya has been followed by invasive scrutiny over how she looks and the sound of her voice, among other things. But the double Olympic champion has not shied away from how this has impacted her life. In fact, the middle distance superstar knows she is different and is using that to encourage especially young athletes to tap into their individuality. eNCA's award-winning sports reporter Hloni Mtimkulu spoke to the triple world champion about all this as part of a campaign to mark the power of pausing.
Power. And you spoke about realizing your power at the age of 5. Just talk to us about that and what it was that at that young age you realized you actually have power and what it meant, actually, what it means.
At that moment, you're young, but you start understanding your journey. You start understanding where you're going, where you want to end up. So for me at that young age, I'm 4 or 5 years, I'm a soccer player, and obviously I understood my calling, that's what I can say, that of course I'm going to be in sports and I'm going to be a superstar one day, but I don't know in which sporting code, but I believed that in soccer, of course. But then obviously growing up, being a young girl and then being different and always playing around boys, obviously you'll get to have to own that, that power to say, hey, yes, I'm here and I belong. And that comes with courage and being confident and not underestimating the power in you, understanding yourself, making sure that whatever you do, you own, and you start owning your identity.
Was there ever a point when you wanted or when you tried to be something that you weren't because you realized that actually I'm different? Then you try and fit into what I'm supposed to be?
Funny enough, I've been just myself, I think, since from young. I've been, just original. Authenticity is like the best outfit that you can rock. I think what was installed, to me from my parents, it was like they gave me love. So they gave me support that I needed, and they guided me into the right way. They've never wanted me to be the person that I'm not. I think there's no other day that I can even remember up to today, saying, look, I've tried to be somebody I never wanted to be because of the society, because of the norms, because of people think this is how I should look like. No, it has always been me for me. Yeah.
You talk a lot about managing yourself and having to learn all of that. How have you managed yourself and what was it that just made you kind of go through that and be okay?
I think with me, it started with me eliminating myself from the world, being in a space where it's only about me, it's not about other people, because when you are 18 years of age and then you're surrounded by media, you're surrounded by people, a lot of things are being said about you. You gotta have to find a way to manage yourself. You gotta find a way to manage your emotions, your anger, and everything. But with me, I think what I've done well was to study a human behavior, from that moment, saying, look, there will be people that like you, there will be people who don't like you. There will be people who talk good about you and the bad things about you. And for me, I never had a room for that. I never have a room for mediocrity, as they always say. I had the room for me being happy, for myself, for things that I do, for things that I want to achieve, for things that I want to see myself, being portrayed.
From an outside perspective, we don't see what goes on behind the scenes and all that you do. Just talk to us about that.
I think there's always a pressure when you're in that level to perform. But for me, it was always about hunger. I'm always hungry to achieve. You understand? One-time performance don't define my success. My success is defined by how many times I can repeat it, no matter how hard it is, no matter how question people raises, even if people critique, judge, start, mocking, but I'll always find a way to rise up. So I think it's all about, when you set up goals, it shouldn't be about just winning, but it should be about repeating what you have started. For me, once I start something, I finish it. So throughout my career, I cannot say I had downs, because the downs I had, it was because of, the situations I'm in, where I have to fight, the authorities, where they have to take me out, of competition, where they have to force me, doing things that I don't want to do, you understand? But through that, I always portrayed that, a warrior type kind of attitude to say, look, stuff you. I'm not going to allow you, to stop me achieving what I want to achieve. You understand? But if I were to talk about downs, it would be one-time thing where I get injuries and I cannot be able to train. I cannot be able to perform. So if, like you asked me about, the likes of Chad, the likes of Tatiana, I had a conversation with her now where she asked me about, when you're coming back from Olympics, how do you rise up? I said you should be hungry enough to win. It shouldn't be about people. It should be about you staying up there, performing. Yes, I understand coming back. You come back, you have, welcome parties, you have this and that. That shouldn't be the goal. The goal should be you going back and win that gold again. You should be hungry enough. It shouldn't be about fitting, other things that don't help you to become better.
I just want to go back to the poses power for you. You've been very decisive about how you manage your career. Just why has that been important for you to take ownership of your own career and what goes on and what you do and don't do?
I think taking ownership of your career comes with you first. I put on the work every day. I wake up every day, I train, I do this. But the most important thing is that for you to stay longer, you need to associate yourself with the right people. You create a right team culture, a great support system. For me, it has always been about me choosing who I work with. Not people come suggest who I should work with. It should be about me, my energy, with the right people that are around me, starting from a person who's going to assist me in training, more like a rabbit, and comes a strengthening coach, come a manager, and then I involve my family in. So it always comes with a package where you choose the right people for you. It can never be great if, everyone just walk in and then someone just suggests everyone for you. No, it should be you feeling that.
You've become an advocate for young girls. You say they've been through what you're going through, they don't know how to handle it. Just talk to us about why that's important for you, what you've learned about that. And then secondly, what's your favorite moment in your whole career, if you can find one?
Being an advocate for what's right, that's what I call it. I think it's, for me, making sure that I go around, search for, little girls that are in a similar situation as mine, being born different. I think it comes with teaching them principles of life, teaching them how to love yourself. Obviously, it's all about self-love and self-management, and making them understand that you should love yourself for who you are. You should accept yourself for who you are, and appreciate yourself for who you are. The most important thing is to respect yourself. Don't just go for everything because you're different. Own yourself. Be just yourself all the time. Be natural, and you see life become easy. And my highest moment, my favorite moment, it would be the beginning of my career. Where I won my first major title. which is when I was still a youth, because I think that was the foundation, because you can't build a house with no foundation. You know, you can't just put a roof in, it will always collapse. I think my moments comes with the beginning of my career, the beginning of the Caster, when South Africa started understanding that I'm capable. That's the moment where I'll say that one is my favorite, because that's the first time when I won the title and I beat the great, you know, East Africans, and I go around the track, you know, with the flag and saying, this is me, this is the beginning, and I'm here to rule. You understand? Those are the moments that you can never forget. But the other ones that come after that, no. They're not close, because I'm nothing without that moment.